Good morning, students. Let's start our class now. I hope all of you are able to view the digital screen clearly, and
Yes,
all of you are able to, hear my voice very clearly, right?
yes,
Okay, great. So today we will discuss a new topic. And before that, just informing that if anyone has any doubt in the DPP, what I gave yesterday, so that you can let me know. And we will discuss those questions offline, not in this class, but I will take in individual basis. Okay.
yes,
Oh. So today, what we'll discuss? Today, we'll discuss a topic which is, you know, apparently looks like relatively advanced, but if you can, remember those concepts and remember the relevant formula, it will help you to solve apparently looking complex integration in very simple manner. And that method is known as the method of reduction. Okay. So let me, help you understand by means of a, uh, example. Let me first just give me a few seconds so that I can open that, the relevant notes here in this digital board. Okay. So let me first explain you by means of an example. Suppose you have been given to give an integration to find the value of sine to the power 8x dx. If you see, as I said a minute back, apparently it looks like complex problem. Obviously, but doesn't mean that you cannot do it. How you can do it? Because you can express in terms of sine power 4x, correct? And then you can reduce further. But that is a very time consuming process. Okay. So reduction tells that the question has been given how to find sine to the power 8x dx. But if I can reduce it to in some lower power of sine x, then I will be able to solve that integration relatively easily, and hence it is known as the method of reduction. What is that? Let me give you the relevant formula for the method of reduction for sine to the power nx dx. And then you will understand that why I am saying so. So if you look into, let me bring that one first. So if you look into the reduction formula for sine to the power nx dx. So what is sine to the power nx? That is, you see, n is a parameter here. As n is a parameter, we give that name as in. So if you make an analogy to the question what I gave, we need to find the value of sine to the power 8x dx. That means we need to find the value of I8. Correct or not?
yeah,
So now, if you look into the reduction formula, what is in? In is equal to minus of sine to the power n minus 1x into cos x by n plus n minus 1 by n into I n minus 2. That means from in, it is actually reduced to I n minus 2. That means what? What is happening in our case? So let me write this thing in little better manner. We need to find the value of, let me write it here, okay? That I8, that is integration sine to the power 8x dx. Clear, na, dear students?
Yeah.
So according to this formula, if we apply, so what we get, I8 is equal to minus of sine to the power 8 minus 1, that
Yeah.
is sine to the power
Yeah.
7x cos x divided by n, that is 8, plus n minus 1 is 7 and n is 8. So 7 by 8 into what we get, I6.
Six. Yeah.
I6 means what? Integration sine to the power 6x dx.
Yeah.
Got it, no, dear students?
Yes.
So then what we'll do? So this is equal to minus whatever is there, sine to the power 7x into cos x divided by 8 plus 7 by 8. Then I am going to find the value of I6 using the same reduction formula.
Okay.
That means what it will be?
Minus
Minus
sine 5.
sine to the power, exactly, sine to the power 5x into cos x divided by
6.
6, correct or not?
Yeah.
Plus
5 by 6.
5 by 6 into I4.
Sure. Yeah.
Clear or not clear? Goodman, is it absolutely clear? Sagnik, Devans, Srijita, Disha,
Yes, sir.
all of you, absolutely clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what you are going to do? I am doing it very slowly just to explain that, the way to do it. But the moment you remember the formula, it becomes so easy. 7 by 8. Then we are going to find the value of I4, na? So let me do something, this thing. Let me simplify it. Minus 7 by 48, correct, na?
Yeah.
Into sine to the power 5x into cos x plus 35 by 48, correct or not? Then I4, what is the value of I4? I4 will be minus of sine to the power 3x, correct or not?
Fine.
Clear or not clear? Sine to the power 3x into cos x divided by 4. Clear or not clear?
Yes.
Plus it is 3 by 4 into I2. I2 is what? I2 is nothing but
Sine.
integration of sine square x dx. That also you need to find, because in the next reduction formula it become I0. That is sine to the power 0. Got it or not?
Okay. Okay. Yes.
So you see the advantage of doing this thing, but there is a catch. Catch is that you need to remember this formula. In most of the conventional books, you will not get this formula. But if you remember this, it is going to give a huge advantage to you. But I will always recommend that remember this formula once you are done with whatever I have said so far. Once you are extremely well versed with it, then you come to this one. Are you getting my point? Now,
Yes.
another question, very relevant question is that, sir, what are the chances that I need to, get an integration sine to the power 8x dx? Yes, chances are less. But at the same time, chances are there. By chance, if you get this question, then what you will do? So, keeping this with a proper strategy, my suggestion is that remember these formulas once you are well versed with all these things. Correct or not?
Yes.
So, in continuation of the discussion of this particular problem, after that, what you are going to do? There are two ways you can do. You can go for another level of reduction, or you can just make this I2 is nothing but integration sine square x dx.
Yeah.
Now by this time, you know pretty well how to perform integration sine square x dx. You can express in terms of cos 2x and then proceed. Correct or not? Clear or not clear? All of you clear?
Yes.
Divansu, Disha, clear absolutely?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the point is that there is an advantage. The big advantage is that the moment you remember, things become very, very simple. But when you get, advantage, it comes with a cost. What is the cost? Cost is that it's not a cost, by the way. I'm just saying that you need to remember this thing. That is the only cost. But if you think, no, sir, I do not want to remember, then you go ahead with sine to the power 8x dx. Was it easy to do it in 2-3 minutes, whatever we spent? Not right? You really
Yes.
cannot do it in 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Without remembering the formula, if you want to try to integrate sine to the power 8x dx, you can do it because you know the concepts. But it will be a very, very lengthy procedure. But here, now another question which I thought that you may ask this thing, that how come you derive this formula, sir? From where this formula came? Actually, for this formula, we derived using the method of integration by parts. Okay, but that you no need to do it actually at this moment. If for your interest, you can try with few, but it is not required. So what is then integration by reduction? Method of integration by reduction. Now let's go to the theory part. So what is the integration by reduction? Integration by reduction is the method by which an integral is expressed in terms of other integral which is similar, means integral which is of lower degree or lower order. Correct, no? Here it is a lower degree or lower order. We'll come to that one later. Okay. Please note that in most of the cases, reduction formula is obtained by the method of integration by parts. As I said a minute back, I'm just read out whatever there is a theory note. Clear, na?
Yes.
So what we are going to spend in the next half an hour or so is that we will see what are the different reduction formula. Before I proceed, let me repeat, dear students, that if you remember, it is going to give a huge advantage. In fact, think about, you have been given a question of sine square x dx. You can use this formula also if you wish. Correct or not?
Yeah.
Or you have been given a problem of sine cube x dx. You can use this formula. That is the biggest advantage. Okay. Now let's go to the reduction. So in the next half an hour or so, I'll discuss all these reduction formulas in details. Okay. So the next reduction formula, what I'm going to discuss is for the cos to the power nx dx. Okay. So reduction formula for cos to the power nx dx is what? That I'm going to show it to you now. Again, dear students, as I said, that if you, for your interest, if you want to prove it, that how come these formulas are coming, you can always prove using the method of, by parts. Okay, that means what? You will take cos square x and cos to the power n minus 2x as two functions, correct, na?
Yeah.
And then you go ahead the integration by parts. Not required as long as the memorization of this formula is concerned, but required if you have interest how to do this thing. Got it?
Yes.
And you need to find your own pattern to remember it. Okay, pattern means, whenever we remember some formula, we use some pattern, right? Na? So that it will helpful to us to remember. ILET, for example, integration by parts.
Yeah.
It is very easy to, remember ILET means I mean let I my der mein hu in Hindi, whatever we say. ILET. So ILET, but if you do, it actually gives a proper, series of, different functions. Correct or not?
Yeah.
Inverse, logarithmic, algebraic, trigonometric, exponential. So in that way, you can find your own pattern. Sagnik, is it absolutely clear? May I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, after sine and cos, what generally comes is the tan. Okay. And here is the formula for tan. That is the reduction formula for tan to the power nx dx. What is that? It is in, if we give in is equal to integration tan to the power nx dx, so that becomes tan to the power n minus 1x by n minus 1 minus n minus 2. Got it, na? That means if it is giving tan to the power cube x dx, then it will be tan square x by 2 minus integration of tan x dx. Got it or not?
Yes.
Exactly. Then as you know that after tan, what generally comes is that cot.
Yeah.
So if we have a formula for integration cot to the power nx dx, so what will be that one? You will get, I'm going to share with you now. So integration, if we give in is equal to integration cot to the power nx dx, so in is minus of cot to the power n minus 1x by n minus 1 minus n minus 2. That means if the question is that integration as cot to the power 4x dx, so that becomes minus cot square x divided by 3 minus integration of, cot square x dx. Then
Yes.
again you can apply the formula for cot square x dx and you will get it.
Yes.
Then after that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going little, advanced one. So here I'm introducing two parameters. So far we discussed only one parameter, correct or not?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to discuss two parameters, m and n. Let me show you, then you will understand that why I introduced two parameters and what is a relevant formula. So here I am giving it is imn. What is that? It is cos to the power mx into cos nx. Did you get my point, dear students? Cos to the power mx into cos nx. What is an example? Suppose we need to find an integration of, cos cube x into cos 2x dx. Got it, no?
Okay.
Suppose. What is the value of m here? 3.
3.
And what is the value of n here? Is 2. So that becomes your imn, means it becomes I of 3, 2.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So now just apply the formula. It is cos to the power mx. That means cos cube x into sine nx, means sine of 2x divided by m plus n, that is 5.
Yeah.
Plus m by m plus n. What is m? M is 3. So 3 by 5 into I of m minus 1 n minus 1. That means it becomes integration of, cos square x, correct, na? Into cos square x into cos x dx. Because mu reduced by 1, that becomes 3 becomes 2. And nu reduced by 1, that is 2 becomes 1. So cos square x into cos x.
Yes.
That is what? Cos cube x. So you can apply the formula what we discussed, correct, na?
Yeah.
Or you can use the same, what formula? Cos to the power nx dx reduction formula. Or you can apply the formula here also. Got my point, what I'm talking about? Because here it becomes nothing but I of 2, 1. This entire thing, correct or not?
Yeah.
Instead of this, we can write that this is I 2, 1. Correct or not?
Yeah.
So now again we can apply this one. I2 comma 1 means what? Cos square x into sine x by 3 plus 2 by 3 into, so let me do it, then it'll get it, okay? So what it becomes, as it is, it was there, so
Cos.
let me do it here. Sorry. So that is equal to cos cube x into sine 2x divided by 5
Mm.
plus 3 by 5 into cos square x. So cos square x into
Sine.
sine x
Back.
divided by 2 plus 1, that is 3,
Yeah.
plus m. M is what? 2.
2.
M plus n is what? 3. 2 by 3 into integration. What becomes? It becomes cos x. Correct or not?
Yeah.
And
Cos.
cos of n minus 1 minus 1 0. Correct? Huh? So it will be only cos x dx. Are you getting my point? Cos
Sin.
x means what? Cos of 1 into x, na?
Yes. Yes.
N is 1.
Yeah.
So 1 minus 1 is 0, right?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
cos x dx, clear or not clear?
Yes.
Now you know what is the integration of cos x, so you can apply back the value and done.
Mm. Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Devanshu, absolutely clear, Gurman?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what we discussed, cos to the power mx. I made, as I said, you will not get this kind of reduction formula in any of the conventional books. Some advanced book it is there, and after that I worked on it and come up with these formulas.
Okay.
But if you, again I repeat, if you remember it, it is going to give you a huge advantage.
Okay.
Now the next one is that cos to the power mx into sine nx dx. What it will be? Cos to the power mx into sine nx dx. So let's discuss this thing. So here is the formula for cos to the power mx into sine nx dx. That is equal to if we say Imn is equal to cos to the power mx into sine nx dx, its reduction formula becomes minus cos to the power mx into cos nx by m plus n plus m by m plus n into Im minus 1 n minus 1. The same approach you can take what the example I gave earlier. Correct? Na?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, what I'm going to give is that, again I'm coming back to the one parameter. It is x to the power integration of x to the power n into e power ax dx. Okay, what is that? So and generally, application of this thing are very important for JEE Advanced. In JEE Main, it is not that important. Okay, so what you see, In is equal to integration of x to the power n e power ax dx. So how do you get the same approach? If we define this as In, then In becomes x to the power n into e power ax by n minus n by a into n minus In minus 1. So in that way, power of x will get reduced. Finally, you will end up with integration e power x dx. Correct or not?
Yes.
And you know how to find integration e power x dx. It is so easy.
Yeah.
The next one, yeah, please. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay. The next one is that, I'm coming back to two parameters, Imn, which actually for integration of x to the power m into sine nx dx. So what is that? Imn is equal to integration of x to the power m into sine nx dx. So here the formula is little lengthy, but one advantage is that if you see in the reduction of m is happening by 2.
Yeah.
So that becomes little more advantageous, right?
Yeah.
So that if it is the question given as x square into sine 3x dx, it is just a one step. X square is actually getting reduced to x to the power 0,
Yeah.
m minus 2.
Mm.
So what is the formula? If we defined that Imn as integration of x to the power m into sine nx dx, so its reduction formula is like this. Imn is equal to minus x to the power m into cos nx by n plus m into x to the power m minus 1 into sine nx by n square minus m into m minus 1 by n square into I m minus 2 comma n. Okay. Now next reduction formula. I'm coming to the one parameter. It is like integration of x to the power n into e to the power minus x dx. Okay. So if you see here, why only one parameter? Because e to the power minus x doesn't depend on a parameter. It depends on a variable that is called x. But it doesn't depend on any parameter, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
but x to the power n, in addition to depending on the variable x, it also depends on another parameter n. That's why it is in single parameter in.
Yeah.
It is integration of x to the power n into e to the power minus x dx. And if we define in equal to integration of x to the power n into e to the power minus x dx, so its reduction formula becomes in equal to minus x to the power n into e to the power minus x plus n into in minus 1. That means what? N into integration of x to the power n minus 1 into e to the power minus x dx.
Okay.
Then again you follow this thing. Okay. And you get this thing. So once the class is done, dear students, you can try with 2-3 formulas by your own. And in fact, if you can make more exploration, you can do the conventional methods you have learned so far and the reduction formula you are learning today. Okay, so it will also make solving a same problem in multiple approaches, and you also can realize how beneficial these reduction formulas are. Okay. Now let's let's now discuss. I have few more formulas, only 3 more formulas. So it is that reduction formula for with log. Now I'm introducing log, and I'm going to the 2 parameters. It is mn, which is represents as x to the power m into log x to the power n dx. Okay, x to the power m into log x power n dx.
Okay.
So as you see, there are 2 parameters. One is m, which is the power of x, and another one is n, which is the power of log x. So if we define this integration as Imn, that is, if Imn is equal to integration of x to the power m into log x to the power n dx, then Im comma n is equal to x to the power m plus 1 by m plus 1 into log x to the power n minus n by m plus 1 into Im comma n minus 1. Correct now? So you see, here m is fixed, but n is getting reduced, and that is advantage, na? After reduce, it become reduced to 0. That means log x to the power 0, that is 1. You are landing up with only integration of x to the power m dx, which is, you know, x to the power m plus 1 by m plus 1, correct or not?
Yes.
Okay. The next one, related to log, when it is x to the power n by log x to the power m. Okay. So let me show you the formula, followed by we will have a discussion. So the formula is something like this. As you see that here we define Imn is equal to x to the power n by log x to the power m dx. Then Im comma n is actually minus of x to the power n plus 1 by m minus 1 into log x to the power m minus 1 plus n plus 1 by m minus 1 into m minus 1 comma n. Here again you see n is fixed, but m is getting reduced by 1. That is, the power of log x is getting reduced by 1. So after few iterations, few means the number of iterations depends on the values of m.
Yeah.
After that many iterations, you will find the log x power 0, and eventually we will end up with the integration of x to the power n dx, which you know very well. It is x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1, correct or not?
Yeah.
So the last formula in this series, there are 12 formulas. Okay, the last formula in this series is, I'm just going to place it. That is when you get x power m and 1 minus x power n minus 1. So let me first show you, then we will explain. Did you get it? That Im comma n is equal to x to the power m into 1 minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. Okay. Here one advantage is that n is getting reduced by 2. Got it?
Yeah.
And that is an advantage. So the formula, if we defined Im comma n as x to the power m into 1 minus x to the power n minus 1 dx, then Imn is equal to x to the power m plus 1 into 1 minus x to the power n minus 1 by m plus n plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into Im comma n minus 2. Got it? Okay. I know all of you got it, but actual things it will be in place if you can remember these 12 formulas. And I repeat, dear students, as I said in the beginning of this discussion, is that you only start remembering when you are done with all the other topics I have taught so far. Now you feel comfortable with remembering all the standard formulas, you comfortable in solving problem using the method of transformation, then using the method of substitution, then using the method of by parts, and also then by method of partial fractions, and then mixture of all these things in a complementary manner, as we've seen. Correct? Several problems we have solved that we have to use all these methods in complementary manner. Sometime with few steps with transformation, followed by substitution, followed by parts, followed by partial fractions, and in any order. Correct?
Yeah.
Once you are very, very well versed with it, with all these things, then please concentrate on this one. Do not concentrate remembering these formulas upfront. Now, no, it is not important. Okay, it is only important once you are well versed with existing thing. Remember why I'm saying so. Suppose you are still doing problem with, by parts. Okay, at that time, if you restart remembering sine to the power nx dx, what is the disadvantage? Disadvantage is that questions coming from these topics, what I'm telling today, is relatively less than questions coming from those topics what I already taught. Got it, no?
Yes.
Number one. Number two is that without knowing this, remembering these formulas also, you can solve the problems, isn't it? But it will take very, very long time. And that is why, it is important to remember these formulas, but there is a proper timing. Timing is that, as I said, I no need to repeat the same statement again. Now, I will give some assignments for today, and I will suggest all of you to submit your assignments by evening today. There is no DPP I am giving for today. But in tomorrow's class, we will discuss some very interesting topic of indefinite integration when you get the integration of some special forms. If you can remember those integration of special forms, it will help you a lot. It will help you a lot, uh, you know, uh, in the entire, solving of indefinite integration problem. So what I'm going to do is that in next few minutes, I'm going to give you the assignments, and I want you to solve it by today. Today evening, maybe by 7 p.m. if you can. I'll give just 10 questions, not many questions I'll give today, and these all are MCQ questions. Okay, dear students. So I'm giving one by one. Please work on it. It will be a little challenging questions. I'm not telling that this will be pretty simple, but you can apply your concepts, whatever you learned, and then start solving it. Okay. Challenging question doesn't mean that you need to just feel this thing very difficult or something. Just try your level best, and then we'll see. You got my point, dear students? Okay, sorry. I'm just giving a problem of both differentiation and integration. So 5 problem from differential calculus and 5 from integral calculus. So these are the questions from differential calculus. Now I'm going to give you some problem from 5 questions from integral calculus. That is the first problem. This is the second one. I hope all of you are able to view the questions clearly, right?
Yes.
This is the third one. This is the fourth one. And finally, this is the fifth one. So, fifth one, you are going to get it now. So with this, dear students, so I am going to conclude the class for today. If you have any specific question for me, you can do let me know. And as I said at the beginning of the class, if you have any questions regarding the DPPs, what I gave yesterday, you can please get back to me and I will assist you.
Sir, I have doubts in the DPP as well as yesterday the hints you had given. Like I was still not able to solve.
Okay, please send it to me. I'll look into it in another 1 hour from now.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, and all will be resolved by today, so that we can have a. All will be resolved by today, so that our class from tomorrow is meaningful. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll have a class tomorrow at 9:30 a.m.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.